Hit the co-host. Let's go. Wait for some more people in here.
Jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. 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 Work that, 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 work that. Throw that back and bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. 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 Let Back and bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Bounce, watch it jiggle on me. Shake, shake, let me see you work that. Yeah, what's the ticker? Yeah. What's the ticker? Where's it at? What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fat. Got a runner on the map, so line of sniping like a gat. And the Sowie is moving quickly, I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the Mimquins back, 1,000X is gonna land. I got he chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Yeah, that's right. It's Wednesday. Good morning, Tick.
Yes, yes. Good morning.
Are you there or you're still grabbing
I was
coffee?
on mute. Sorry. Yes, good
Wait,
morning.
I was on mute.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, well, that happens, you know.
Yeah, let me go ahead and plug my headphones in real quick.
Yes. Cool, cool, cool. As we gotta wait for some more people before I
yes.
start
Okay.
spitting all the alpha.
Yes. So, yeah, I switched to wired headphones like a couple weeks ago because I have Bluetooth headphones, but I bought like an auxiliary cable so I could be wired in for this. because there was one day that we were live and I had the Bluetooth headphones enabled, and then all of a sudden, like for whatever reason, I lost connection and I couldn't hear what was going on. Like the Bluetooth was
Wow, yeah.
acting, and so I was like, I don't want to deal with that again. Like it's any sort of inconsistency. They're nice Bluetooth headphones too, so it was kind of annoying. But now I'm wired in, locked in, and ready to rumble. But we got some crazy stuff going on in the charts, don't we?
Oh, yes, we did. I was talking about it this morning. I was saying, look, Bitcoin is going to do a pump, but let's see how far we're going to get, like 109, 110. Where are we going with all of this, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
kind of needed that 110. And it did do a wick in there, like I thought it was going to do. I would have preferred that being a little bit of a longer wick. We didn't quite yet make the 110 here. So that has got me worried a little bit, but not by much because I think it wants to go for it again. So that sell zone was taken out now, right? So there are no bears. I hope the bulls will continue to push up, right? To now start defending that 108 floor.
Mm,
The pattern that I thought most likely is gonna play out is playing out. Um, but we need a 110 for that to confirm all that, right? So kind of should, I don't care if it's a wick, right? I would love a candle in there, but we need a whole candle in that whole area at 109. So all the way from 109, 110, that needs to be somewhat of half of it needs to be a full body of a candle, and we can toss a wick in at 110. And the higher we get into that 110, the more convincing this move will be. And then it's going to be a necessity to take that 108 floor, and the Bulls really have got to defend that one. That is what's going to be needing to happen. If that all happens, I'm looking for a confirmed breakout by the end of the week, and then we shall see where we're hauling to next, right?
mm.
And so, very interesting the moves that Bitcoin is making.
Yeah.
Everybody in Bitcoin groups are going bananas
Mm-hmm.
uh, because, yeah, it kind of makes sense that all that we were talking about. And some people wouldn't believe it, right? But there is a price squeeze that's going to happen on Bitcoin. And I think, Bitcoin is making moves it never had before, printing historical candles,
Yeah.
etc., etc. I was talking this morning in Lamb Space, Lamb and Max Space,
Mm-hmm.
Crypto Moonlight, about that in and outflow of exchanges, and how that how it dropped, and that's a good signal. The last time we saw that happening in these numbers that we're doing it now was at the bottom low, right, at the bear market low of 22. And so bullish, right? That's extremely bullish. I cannot tell you how much bullish that is. And that's just all confirming what we were suspicious of already happening, especially looking at that Bitcoin dominance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how that looks like freaking honeypot, and why the hell is that so? And then it seems like everything is lining up to come together for a perfect storm for Bitcoin. It's just like we don't know when. Meanwhile, all your alts that have been suffering, and they're still suffering, this pump is giving them a little bit of a, trying to take some floors back. But the alts clearly have suffered throughout all of this, and that party ain't over yet, right? So it continued to the dominance dropped just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I
Allow
was
just yeah,
like 0.5% or something. Yeah, it was because it was
yeah,
actually at 60. It was pushing up to 66 almost. Let me see. It barely touched 66, and
yeah,
right now it's down at 64.8. But last
yeah.
week I was listening to the Bankless podcast, which
Mm-hmm.
is for anyone that's listening. The Bankless podcast is the second greatest source of crypto news besides this one, but it is a
Mm-hmm.
great source of news. But they were talking about the Bitcoin dominance, and so it is kind of like weird or like eerie to me sometimes that like I'll listen to that podcast and they'll be talking about stuff that we were just talking about, and it's not because
Mhm.
they have any idea that we even exist, but just
Yes.
because of what we're talking about is true. So those are kind of
Mm-hmm.
like nice indicators, like if it like confirms like what we're talking about or whatever. And they were brushing up on the Bitcoin dominance and the sideways movement. That was one of the
Yes.
reasons why I made the sell the news song, because I was kind of like in my head. That the
Mm-hmm.
whole week was kind of going like that, but they were
Yeah.
saying they're like how much longer is Bitcoin gonna move sideways? They're like it's just been in this long, and it's like looking back when you if you like even look at the chart too, it's like it's starting to look like an XRP chart or so. It's just like horizontal, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah. Well, no,
hyper,
look,
yeah.
Bitcoin, this is how people, and I know that they do it because I talked extensively with people who just make two trades a year.
Mm,
And they make a year income off of these two trades. And they know when to make them because in between, Bitcoin moves sideways.
yeah.
Yeah, so Bitcoin is very much known to move at least 100 days sideways shimmy.
Wow.
And this is why I always keep telling you that your DCA works
Yeah.
because Bitcoin is more sideways than it does pumps.
Are you familiar with MetaPlanet? Do you know who MetaPlanet is?
I
That
have no clue.
Japanese company that's accumulating. They're kind of like they're just accumulating as much Bitcoin as
Oh,
possible. And
I would be
on
surprised.
their website, it actually has all the statistics of basically they've been DCAing for the last year and a half, and
Yeah.
so their average price is somewhere around like $94,000 per Bitcoin, because for the last year and a half they've just been constantly DCAing, and now they own like something like 1,300 Bitcoin or something like that. So it's a
Isn't it
Japan,
amazing?
yeah,
Yeah, well, it works, right? So that's why that micro strategy of sale works. He knows this, and it's just like a lot of
yeah,
people just won't
right,
comply to that because that takes time. And I'm sure you've listened to Brian in the space yesterday
mm-hmm.
confirming all of this. He took about 8 years and is now retired at age 40.
Dude, that is the
And
coolest story
that
I've.
is 80. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's 8 years. And I'm going to retire. I'm already retired from my job.
yeah,
And I'm going to retire in the first coming 2 years. And
dude,
it also took me 6 to 8 years, right? The
yeah,
last 6 years, I've been really honing in. And then after the last bull run, I've been right. I learned a lot from the last bull run,
right,
and I got it really really straight with myself on what not to do, and what I need to be doing, regardless of how I feel and what is happening, right? And keep my eye out in the bear market for things that have then that upside potential. Your new Solana, your new BNB, and so that was my mission, and mission is going to be accomplished. But DCA strategy works. It
mm-hmm.
keeps you safe, keeps your capital safe, and that's the way to do it, right?
Yeah,
That's the way to do it. And then it's just time, and time is your friend. Time is your friend. You're missing out on nothing, right?
mm-hmm.
Just buy with intervals, and you are gonna make it.
Yes. Yeah. Do you
This
know Robert?
rotating in and out with your whole capital to left and right is
Hmm.
slamming that bag anywhere, everywhere. It just takes one pitfall to get wrecked, and this is crypto, so
Yeah, it happens quick.
right. Yeah,
Um.
we all have to degen, but you know my point on that already. Just the
Yeah.
thing that I wanted to say about Bitcoin right now is that we need that 110. We need something in there. For me, that's going to be important because that's an important different zone that we go in then. And then don't get me wrong, there are bears under 110, and there will be bears at the 111.
Yeah.
There is an enormous amount of sell pressure on Bitcoin at the moment, and Bitcoin is doing a great job at absorbing all that pressure. You don't know how many bears are looking to short right here. Everybody's waiting for their shorts. And so if we're going to do that 110, 111, it will take out 1.7 billion shorts.
Mm.
And
Wow.
so this is how the market moves. Yeah, would if you're looking for a short, this is the
Hmm.
exactly the area you would be looking for. And so that's just piling up on there, and you can kind of see it in a negative volume, right?
Mm-hmm.
The selling volume and stuff. But the bulls are they are buying and they are holding on that floor. It's just crazy.
Wow. I was gonna ask. Do you remember what his DCA strategy? What was it, like $50 a week, or do you remember? Um,
Mine?
no, for Brian,
Oh, Brian did $400 a month.
$400 a month. So it's 50 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $50 a week.
Yep.
50 bucks a week for 8 years, and he was
Mm-hmm.
able to retire. I love that story. That's
Yep.
that's up there with the story of your daughter with the Jasmine.
Well, yeah,
That's a really
it
cool story
is.
too.
And I know that a lot of people don't want to come out with their story, kind of being sensitive, right? Because nobody likes to talk about their money or what they're up to.
That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah, it is kind of like that. But,
yeah,
I just want to have everybody win. And everybody that I know, I need you to win.
yeah.
And this is a winning strategy by and large. And it may not look like that on the surface,
Right.
and it may feel like you're going slow, but this is the story of the tortoise and the hare, right?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
scorpion and the frog. I'm
Well, yeah.
just kidding. That's a joke. Uh, Let me see.
So, Bitcoin analysts they warn the warning time running out for another Bitcoin price parabolic rally.
Ooh,
That's what it
yes, I
says.
love the word parabolic. Every time
Yes,
I see that.
parabolic. We need to make a song about parabolic.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Oh my
Yeah. Let's
gosh.
go parabolic. Make it like the song that I just played, like from Wax Motive. That song
Yeah.
wet.
Oh, like
Parabolic.
yeah, that's yeah, that reminds me of his name is Mala, and
Hmm.
he has a song called Notorious.
Yeah.
And it's the same type of house music with the heavy
Yeah.
bass. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
love it. Yeah.
dun,
Boom,
dun,
boom.
dun.
That's
Yeah,
like for in
yeah.
the
So
gym. That's great,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and then it cuts into the Notorious, so it
Hmm.
spells it out. It goes Notorious. So I wonder for parabolic,
Hmm.
Parabol.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I could probably do parabola.
Like a
But
non-alcoholic, we're going parabolic.
oh
I don't
my,
know. I'm just saying
yeah,
something.
like an
But yeah,
alcohol.
look, yeah, let's cook it. Let's maybe cook it in the space while we're doing it. But for
Um,
now, for today, if you're
yeah,
watching on the YouTube live stream and on X, let's welcome people there a little bit too. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a busy space today. It seems like Wednesday or it's get a dip, right? But
yeah, hump
nevertheless, we
day.
are here, and the ticker for today is going to be Bitcoin. We got to.
And
We
well,
got
don't
to.
forget Style X. I'm surprised he's
Oh,
not in here.
Style
This
X.
dude,
And
have
of
you
course,
seen the
we
chart?
need to talk about Estate X because I kind of like, I'm never telling anybody, any of you, any of my friends. I just say, like, what I'm going to do.
Right,
And I
right.
cannot tell you, like, hey, look, juicy dip for you to buy. You will
Yeah,
never hear that come out of my mouth.
yeah.
But because it's your money and you need to do you,
And you
right?
don't know how many dips are gonna come after, too, right? That's my fear in telling
Well,
what
I kind of
because
know, and I opened my position there again, so
yeah,
I'm like pretty sure. When I say something that I'm going to do, I'm 80% sure.
right. You know what you're talking about
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Well, yeah, I'm looking for evidence myself, and if I'm wrong,
yeah.
I will happily admit I'm wrong. I'm moving on to the next chart to make a trade, right? So
Mm,
it's for me, this is not an issue. But yeah, state X, right? And we'll talk about that later. But let's just talk about this for a while. So, despite
yeah.
the short-term volatility, and the long-term outlook is still very bullish, strong, structured uptrend, a channel up pattern that is now technically aiming for its next higher high. Yes, kind of said this morning. Said based on his Bitcoin technical indicators. I just trying to be a Chad. Will Bitcoin see another parabolic rally? Trading Shot explained that another major rally could be limited by Bitcoin's position within a well-defined long-term uptrend that has yet to produce the kind of rally seen in past cycles. Since bottoming in November 22, he noted that Bitcoin was traded within an upward channel that closely aligns with a Fibonacci channel that has tracked the Bitcoin price movement since 2013. As you can see, during the previous two cycles, every time Bitcoin got above that buy zone, it started to go parabolic. For instance, in 2017 and in 2021 cycles, such a breakout triggered rapid exponential moves. into the upper Fibonacci bands, delivering significant gains. So far, we haven't had such a rally during the current cycle, and with time running out, assuming the 4 year cycle model, which I do not agree with anymore, do you think we will get one at this time around? We will see in another of these. So let's go. Ta, 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 ta. So
It at
that
two
is
percent.
that is a thing too. Everybody's holding on to that 4 year
Yeah.
cycle, but not calculating that Bitcoin is now at such a market cap, and the supply of Bitcoin on its own is not calculated in any of this. Right, so that price squeeze, I really want to get back to that price squeeze on Bitcoin, that bottleneck on Bitcoin, that is just going to happen. It's not, it's not if, it's when. Is this going to happen this cycle? Is this going to be a prolonged cycle? Do we need more time for something like that to play out, right? So yeah, so let's see what more they say. So Rec Capital explains that the price will likely peak in October, which is 550 days after the Bitcoin halving in April 2020. He added, that's already 2, 3 months potentially that we have left in this bull market. So he's saying like the bull market ends in October.
Wow.
But yeah, but if we do not see any alts running, this bull market is not over. If there's no alt season in October or November, then this bull run for Bitcoin will continue to go.
Wow.
Yeah. So Bitcoin has turned the top of the former bull flag into support. Yes, we're trying to. It has not done yet. We can still retest that 105, 106 area, right? So there's an extension, goes up to 168. That's 3,000 off from my range in that one. And it looks like we're consolidating for a next leg up. Yes, but we got to take the 110. I agree with all of that. I do not agree with the fact that we must have a 4 year cycle because that is what happened before. I don't think Bitcoin is mature enough to say this, even though it's older. I don't think it has anywhere near the power that it has today. And so, looking at the market cap as well, it just takes a little bit slower to move over time. That is just what's going to happen. So it won't have so much downside volatility then either. It's actually stabilized in Bitcoin. The higher market cap, the more stabilized Bitcoin will be. But meanwhile, there are these halvings, and there is supply being squeezed out. There is the mining rates are down, right? And so, and they're selling exclusively to institutional money. So I don't think this story is over yet, but we're gonna have to see that then in October.
Yeah. Dang. Well,
Yeah. So that
that's
was my spiel on the Bitcoin
and
for
yeah,
today.
that's that's crazy. What he says about if the altcoins don't start pumping, that it just
No,
the.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He's
okay.
saying, and then it's over,
Yeah.
and then it's like, yes, well, it ain't over until that dominance drops,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Yeah.
needs to drop, not 8%, because it just tells us all the money right now for 64.8% today is in Bitcoin. And if that keeps being in Bitcoin, how are we going to go into a bear market with Bitcoin?
Mm.
Right? The rules around alt season are very, very clear. Bitcoin pumps when retail comes in. That retail end, that's where traders sell, and that profit. The Bitcoin will be sold for profit, and then it starts to trickle into the market, and that needs to happen with by and large 20 to 30% of a drop in the dominance, and depending on what market cap Bitcoin is, right? Now Bitcoin is not going to sink to that takes time too to come down. So that's like it comes in in bumps like that. But it's very volatile. That period of time is very volatile. And that's why I am insisting on doing the research and have things on your watch list, even if you do not have a position. So let's say you have 5 coins in your portfolio, Let's say you have like two or three in the top 10 and the other one somewhere in the top 50. Now, when you made gains, you kind of want to repeat that process in alt season, right? Up to the point that there's no longer gains to be made. But in what are you going to then throw your money into, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a question you need to have answered already. Do not leave that up to the moment. Things are
Yeah.
going too fast. We'll be top blasting left and right. And you will only get maybe 100 or 1 or 2x instead of your, 10, 15 X's.
Mm.
Because you know how hard this pumps. It's so low cap. Look at that estate X pumping 21% today. It
Damn.
can do that because it's low cap, right? So if you take a position already, like I got my average here is point 0.17 now. I was at 0.16 or 0.006 and it's at 0.007 now. But my bag is still up 3x. And if that one starts to haul, so you need to have your ducks in a row with this. Do not leave that up to what's in the moment. It's very hard to tell. Everything will be sendy and sending, and you're gonna top blast. And you still make some money doing that in an odd season. Don't get me wrong, but you're not maxing out on any gains, right? You can play this way smarter.
Mm.
Something I learned from last bull run. So if you're, let's say, holding Solana, how do you go about this research then? Well, I have a very good indicator is like, okay, when Solana is pumping, where is that volume going in the ecosystem? Who are the coins that are getting the most of that volume? Because those are the most bullish, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're gonna go to DeFi Llama and you're gonna check out what's the outflow for Solana. Where's it going to? Well, for Solana, it's Fartcoin number one. Number two is something monkey something, and number three is Jupiter. So that's the top three where the volume will go for Solana. Will it eventually go to the shit coins you're holding there? Yes, also. But these ones will pump first and really hard too, because we already find it out, right? And then you
Mm-hmm.
can go to Sui. All right, top three on Sui. Check that outflow from Sui. If Sui's pumping, which tokens are pumping the hardest with? The top three. We're looking for the top three, right? And then you're gonna go down the ladder and be like, okay, what's the top? What's in the top 10? What else is there? Put those just when you have Solana on your watch list, put those under Solana. So you might not have a position there, but if Solana's pumping, your bags are high, you know what to buy. And of course, we will be degening and stuff too on the side, but this should be a plan that you should just stick with just in case, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you want to get ready with this. And on Ethereum, same thing, right? You have Ethereum ecosystem is going to pump. All right, top five on Ethereum. And not based on sentiment, based on cold, hard facts, numbers. We need to see some numbers. Where's this going? Because if there's no numbers, that's just pure, straight up sentiment, and you might feel bullish about it, but somebody else might not. And so don't leave this up to chance. Just go to DeFi Llama, check the outflows, check which blockchains you need to be on in the first place, the outflow from Ethereum. And then you're going to look in this ecosystem. Okay, so Sui is pumping, top three of what's pumping on Sui, right? Top three was pumping on Solana, and just have those on your watch list so you're ready. And there, of course, there are some no-brainers like on base. Let's say, well, if you're looking for a meme token, bread on base is gonna pump. We all
Mm-hmm.
we all know this,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Fartcoin on Solana is gonna pump. It's number one actually on the on the outflow of Solana, so no joke there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 1 billion market cap. How crazy! And every time Solana's pumping, the volume in the ecosystem is number one Fartcoin. That's where it goes to. So if you want to hold some Fartcoin on Sui, and the
It,
Fartcoin on base is at 26 mil,
yeah.
and the Fartcoin on Sui is at 150K.
That's crazy.
Yeah, if that ain't a gem, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just did a little show.
Yeah.
Start.
the fart coin on Sui. I wonder how my pool is doing
Yeah.
right now, because part of me, I'm just like,
Think it's going fishing.
yeah. Let me see, dude. That Style X though. Please tell me that you did get yourself a little bit of Style
No,
X.
no, I
Oh,
did not. I can't.
wow,
I can't.
wow.
I have to stick with my rules. That's all
Yeah.
great, but I cannot delude myself anymore. Than I'm so overextended. I have 46 wallets on ETH alone.
Mm.
This
Yeah,
is
we're
crazy.
sitting at 50K market cap, up from,
Yeah.
I think I entered somewhere around 16. Yeah,
hmm
16K I entered, and now we're sitting at
And it's on
50K.
Solana, so I'm not too
Yeah,
savvy on low cap Solanas as it is,
risky,
right?
super risky.
And I'm just overextended by a lot, so I got to close some positions
Mm.
actually and go to rehaul these Ethereum wallets because this is not it's messy. I don't like it. Right? I should
Mm-hmm.
be better. I should be better with this, you guys. I need to do some spring cleaning. 'Cause there's the dust in there, and there's things that pumped in there. So I just gotta. And these are just meme tokens and shit coining
Mm-hmm.
because everything else for me is on is straight sent through to my ledger, and I'm not touching that. But these I make a new wallet for everything. That's just also rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Secret rules. And so no, I did not. But hey, bless you, Tick. I hope you 100 exit. Right, I'm not. No sour grapes, never from my. If your bag is pumping, right, and you got a perfect entry, bless you with 1,000x more, because my bag,
Yes.
we're gonna do the same too, and we do not have to hold the same, right? We can be happy for each other when things pumping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. So Fartcoin on Sui, I made another $1.50 today, this morning, off of the yield. So every day, there was one day that it was like $7 or something I was able to
hmm
claim. So it's like every day I'm able to extract a little bit of yield from this. So right now
Yeah.
it's at 4,933 per fart coin. So yeah, the price has been like steadily climbing. So that's good. Yeah, really
It's
cool.
holding the
Oh,
floor.
coach, what's up, coach? Coach, you want to come up on
Oh, he's
stage?
in here. He's in here. Let's get in
Want to hear
here.
some? And then
Well, you know
Aubrey needs
what?
to get a mic so we can hear what's going on with
Yeah,
Aubrey's bull posting every
Aubrey's
day.
freaking on the
When
loose.
Yeah, come in, use your phone and just connect to the space using your phone, and then you can just
Yeah,
use
I'm
that as your
just.
microphone.
I just did. I just invited. I'm trying to every time, but
Yeah,
yeah. Look, you guys, such a no-brainer. Such a no-brainer. You know.
for the
I.
fart coin.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Sui is getting 49% of the outflow from Ethereum. It's 2 million transactions behind on Ethereum. So the number two in transactions right now is Sui. So transactions and volume, these guys, you guys are not
Wow.
the same, right? You know this, but that is an indicator that is a bullish divergence on Sui right there.
Yeah.
Sui means Sui at this price is undervalued by a lot for what it's doing, right? But that will all unfold. It takes some time. So if we know this, that volume is coming from Sui, the number one on Solana, the number one that gets the outflow from Solana is Fartcoin. And then, okay, so then people are going to say, yeah, but then it's Fartcoin a different chain. What is that going to do? Well, look at Fartcoin on base
Yeah.
at 26 million, right?
Yeah. Damn.
So yes, I mean, low cap, 150K. And we got Coach here is going to shill it some more. Let's go.
Hell yeah, coach. Good to see you. Welcome back.
Good evening, and GM to the US side. Uh, I'm just listening in, and I'm like, damn, do I even have to show anything?
No, you don't have to.
Oh,
I just like
Well,
it.
I can give you some alpha.
Yes, I just love it when you come and bring the alpha, dude. You come with like
I
the
can give you some alpha.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that I can do. I
Cool.
mean, the alpha is that uh, we are we're actively in communication with so many projects on Sui right now,
Nice.
and well, Fartcoin is Fartcoin. we will never launch our own NFT or this kind of stuff, because it's very simple. It's Dijon, and it will always stay like that. We're not gonna try to be something or someone that we are not. But as Sui works the way it works, everybody is looking for builders, and everybody wants NFTs and utility. So I'm giving just a chance to all those little builders, smaller and bigger, um, to have a chance to get some of this traction from us, because we are hot and we are rising, and there is nothing like us. So yeah, we're basically looking into different ways how to bring this lore and this culture of Fartcoin and Truth Terminal to Sui, because people don't know. People have no clue what is this all about, and so we're gonna bring them some real crypto culture in here. So it's gonna be exciting, really exciting. We're gonna be all around the place.
Yeah, stinking up the room, right? It's
Exactly.
you cannot run from it. The stench will be
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah,
all
dude.
encompassing.
We need to
Very hard to ignore.
I need to come
Yeah,
up with
gonna be
some
very hard to
memes
ignore. Yeah,
for
yeah,
Fartcoin. Um, and then
absolutely.
Hans, so are you guys talking to like Sui Preem or Sui Booster, or you're saying that you're talking to other projects on Sui as well? I know that you can't like give it all away, but Sui Booster and Sui Preem have been doing great things with like organizing good communities on the Sui network. So I don't know, they might be some people you might want to talk to as well if you haven't already.
Well, yes. Well,
So
look, I
actually,
could. Yeah, go ahead.
Wild, let me talk. So
Yeah.
actually, Supreme is our very first partner. As soon as we bonded, I reached out to them,
Oh,
and so yeah, they're our first partner. And actually, yeah, they're now letting out a YouTube a video about us, which we asked for, and they were so kind to put together. So we're getting different kind of help from different partners and seeing what we can do for each other.
mm-hmm.
Everybody has their place and their different role. I'm I'm really trying to put a lot of meaning to it, and not just having those partnerships that, as like, like everybody else is doing. Oh, we do a giveaway, la 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 la. This is, it's boring,
Right.
and it has no longevity. Those giveaways come and go, but what we need is real relationships and real value provided. So that's what I'm saying to my partners, or potential partners. Um, NFT collections, this is simple. Like, they can just bring the fart theme and the true terminal art in it, and that's a very simple way. But yeah, I'm looking all kinds of different ways how to make everybody fart and
Nice.
talk about us.
With the Truth Terminal art, is that like ASCII art, like
Yeah,
ASCII?
that's what
Okay,
I meant. Yeah,
text-based
that's
art.
what I meant. But I'm always struggling to pronounce it. So that's why I was trying to avoid it.
Yeah, ASCII, or I think I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. But yeah, ASCII and farts, they kind of go hand in hand, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So we have something cooking with a couple of different artists, and oof, it's looking dope. It's
That's
looking
sick.
dope. It looks so unique on Sui. Like,
That's really cool.
I'm so excited.
Are you an older head as well? Like I was born in '87, so I remember the days of like DOS and using basically like command prompt for everything before Windows and everything. Are you from the good old days as well?
Well, I'm from the good old days,
Yeah.
but I'm a baby. I'm a 2000 guy.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, because I remember when ASCII art was like computer art, like that was it. Like when you went on the internet, it was like all text based DOS, like basically using command prompt to interact with the internet. So yeah, I love the nostalgia and the throwback and all that sort of stuff. So that's cool, man. And dude, and just watching the way that Fartcoin's been performing on Sui, I mean, you have a little bit deposited into the liquidity pool as well. I'm assuming, right? For on turbos, or are you just hodling, or are you staking, or?
Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm a liquidity provider on turbos.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I joined that right after you pointed that out. I joined the liquidity pool as well, and so
Well, I think I think you could DM me, and maybe I could show you a better way
okay, yeah,
of handling that liquidity pool.
yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know what's your supply, but like I'm making like $10 a day just having my stuff in there. Like
Wow. Yeah.
I don't
Okay. You
know,
gotta.
and we don't have even that much of a we don't even have that much of a trading
Movement.
volume going on.
Yeah,
Like
exactly, exactly. Speaking of which, would you be interested? And I'm just trying to, because something just hit my soul just a few minutes ago. That's why I was eager to tell you before I forget these things, right? So I'm trying to connect some dots here. Would you be willing to work together with a project that comes from web builders that come from Solana that want to explore Sui?
uh, definitely, just yeah, connect me, see what we can do.
Well, first up, because I'm connected to them and they want me to run a volume bot, and it's going to be my choice of project.
So we have our own custom one, and we're
Yeah.
not gonna switch it up.
You're not gonna test another?
Nope, because it's fully controlled by
Hmm.
us, and no,
No, great.
yeah,
I thought maybe
that's
just for the connection because we got our own bots too, but I'm gonna simply test it simply because we want to have the network connection, right, and work together and
you
see what they
wanna
got.
you wanna compete with Sui Booster.
No, I do not want to compete. This is not about their volume bots, right? This is just something that they just have ready for me to test. But
Um,
they can build
if
whatever, right? So sometimes
if that if that would
networking
now
is
be if that
yes.
would be now a liquidity pool arbitraging bot, then that would be something we
Yes,
could
my guy.
talk
These
about.
cost about $30,000. I have tried to build myself one for years. You can kiss that one.
I know I know a
Nobody's gonna
project.
build that for
I
free.
I know a I know a project who is building that right at this moment
Yeah, I know lots who building that right in this
on Sui.
moment, and they never went. They never got out of a beta testing without me because it's.
that's
I'm just have
that's
to.
true, and that's true, and that's why I asked.
It, right? Yeah, these are so complex to build, and they can make insane gains. So it's worth having it in the long run.
Yeah.
But the you got to invest so much, and yeah, that one is extensive. So an arbitrage between pool bots, yes, yes, that is going to be. And you have ones that can do. I worked with tested one that can do um, like 8 or 9 trades between different pools, right? To seek for that for the best trades and then connect them. So they start trading this for this and this for
Yes,
this in one
exactly,
sweep. Yeah, in one sweep. Crazy. But yeah,
and a
these.
little bit different thing. We were talking about this V3 liquidity pool.
Mhm. You're cutting
So
out. You're cutting out just a little, coach. I don't know if it's where you're walking or where you're at, but your connection is failing a little bit. You're cutting out here and there. If you can still hear us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still here with you, but yeah, keeps cutting out.
Yeah. Here we go. Sweet booster.
It's still crappy.
So well maybe you're still crappy. Sorry. You are cutting in and out. So something about networking that you might not right want to when you get older you learn this. When you're networking it's about what I want and about what you want, right? And we need to come together on it somehow. So I'm always willing to what they to look at what they want and how I can package that into eventually getting what I want. So I'm working together a cross chain with anyone and anybody. I'll test their products, right? And then we're gonna sit down. I'm gonna see what I need, and how good they are. So we can come to some agreement there or not, right? But then at least I've made the connection in all good, fun for everybody. And so that's why never be immediately, that's just some personal advice from person to person. Never be straight out the gate with going, no, because that will block you from any networking, right? And it might be valuable. You never know in the space, and never cut that off immediately. It's good that you have a vision and a plan. It might not be what you're looking for. That's great, right? But don't shut the door like that. That's just a little bit of personal advice. Before he goes, and we'll just be back on stage. But we got Suey Booster here with us too. Good morning, Suey Booster. How we doing?
Hey guys, GM, it's good to be
DM.
back. Hope you
Yeah.
guys had a great weekend. I was on vacation, so I touched grass for an
Awesome.
entire week.
Nice.
That's why I was usually just creeping in the background. That's why when you guys would call me up, I was I was busy touching grass. So I would just come by to show some support. But now I'm back to the
Cool, cool.
grind. So hope you guys are
Awesome.
having an awesome some day so far.
Yes, you guys. Suey Booster is on Suey, of course, and it's giving everything they got as far as project needs for or utility is needed for the projects on there, and whatever needs to be there, they can build it, right? So bullish on their utility. I would love to have you on tomorrow, as tomorrow is Thursday, and it is going to be a Suey space, and I'm going to give away some Suey like we do every week, and it's going to be solely for SUI projects. So please hop on there and we'll give some highlights there, right? We're going to try and make that a little bit of a bigger space for everybody. And of course, we will be live streaming that on YouTube and on X just like regular. But yeah, we are just wanting to we recognize Sui as a potential. Well, for me, it's not a potential. For me, it is the golden pick this bull run, but for a lot of people, it could be, and we just want to, get some extra attention for Sui Chain in this way. So I would love to have you here tomorrow too, if you have time.
Yeah, I'll definitely stop by tomorrow. Like I said, I was on vacation, but now I'm back, and so now we kicked off. We have a lot of things that we have dropped in, but unfortunately, I mean, the liquidity is not here in Stewie at the moment. It'll come, um,
Yes,
but
yes.
everywhere else, and that's the reason why we're gonna be pretty much launching a token in every single chain to bring that attention to the Sui ecosystem. We're gonna be going to Solana, Hyperliquid. We are working on the Hyperliquid bot at the moment, so it's almost done. And we just recently completed our raffle application on Sui. So now you guys can. We actually have a raffle. If you guys want to go check it out, go to suiflow.app. We have a raffle for a DAO NFT, and the tickets are only zero point 0.5 Sui. So try your luck with zero point 0.5 Sui and see if you win one of our DAO NFTs instead of having to mint it for 36 Sui.
Awesome. Can you pull that up?
Yeah. Yeah. So
I
Sui
don't know what
Flow.
happened to Coach, but he might have lost his connection.
Hmm.
I was hearing like sort of I don't know what that was, but it was cutting up
Ah.
big time.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
So suiflow.app. We have the raffle, and then forgive me. What do you have to do to be eligible for the raffle again?
For the raffle, you just have to buy the ticket. So a lot of people, I feel like they don't understand what is a raffle. So it's basically like a lottery. The price is the NFT, and you purchase your tickets, however many tickets you want, and then the smart contract will pick a random wallet, and that's gonna be the winner of the actual NFT.
Wow.
So right now we do have one active. Well, we have several, but there's one good NFT that's currently being raffled for only zero point 0.5 Sui, and it's worth 36 Sui to mint. And we're gonna do some more stuff as well. We're also gonna be raffling USDC, Walrus tokens, Boost tokens, and anybody else that wants to do something creative like that for their community. We're always welcome to help them out and guide them and get them set up so that they can do that.
Awesome.
Let me see. And so then you buy the tickets, the raffle tickets on the website. So point 0.5 Sui. You just connect your wallet, and then let's see. And then you can go ahead and purchase. 0.5 Sui. I see. Very cool. Yeah, I've been holding the booster Sui Booster DAO NFT since you first brought it to our attention, and
Yeah.
yeah, weekly. I believe it's what every Thursday. Dividends are redistributed to all the holders of the NFT. So
Thirsty Thursday.
yeah. So yeah, it's definitely worth looking into. Very bullish on Sui Booster and everything that you guys do for the Sui network communities, and yeah, so really cool bullish stuff. Go check it out. SuiFlow.app, or the handle is at Sui Booster on Twitter, and you can go ahead and take advantage of all of their giveaway stuff.
Absolutely. I have a question for Sui Booster and something not related to Sui, but actually Hyperliquid related. Because I was asked to look on that too, and you can have that ERC 20, on there. But it also kind of wants to have you comply to the HIP1 tokens, and I don't know exactly what that is. Do you know? So the HIP1, you need to have uh, the HIP1 standard, right?
Mm.
So I'm not real familiar with it, but I do know that there's two type of tokens. There's the Hyperliquid EBM, and then there's the Hyperliquid. Uh, I have not messed with it because what we're trying to do is just build the bot. We do know that the Hyperliquid token is the one that is for trading, and I do
Yes.
believe the EBM is the one for doing perpetuals. If
Yes.
I'm correct, correct.
Yes. Yes. But in order to launch on there, right? So in order to launch on there, it demands you to have a HIP1 standard, an HIP1 standard. I'm not quite sure what that is. So,
Oh, that's you brought it to my attention. I have not looked into it that far because right now our focus was just to bring the
yeah,
bot.
yeah.
Uh, and I do know there is a launch pad that has a way to launch tokens as well, kind
Yeah,
of like
it does.
the
Yeah.
pump fund. So I don't know if they take care of all that or if we have to do that ourselves. But I'll look more into it. Like I said, right now my focus was to bring these applications
Mm-hmm.
to the SUI ecosystem. Uh, be ahead at least 5 months ahead of everybody else, and then deep dive into other chains, and do.
Awesome. I was just wondering if you knew, just because I think for most of the people, this is, or for most of the developers, this is kind of like, well, right? So, but yeah, let's just deep dive on that another time. Because I am taking a look in Hyperliquid for us. I'm doing the research on there. I'm tending to do a little bit every day, looking at that. Of course, I'm looking at that Reach token on there too, right? So, yeah, some more in later spaces coming out this week. Show you what I found and bring you some numbers on why this should be bullish or why we should be cautious. And I think we should be bullish, but I want to make sure. So I want to have every argument that I could possibly have, and the arguments against, right? So, but yeah, I noticed that you need to comply to hit one standard, and just for if you want to launch a utility on there, right? So, which many people have ideas. So I'm just out here trying to get that alpha. And then let's look at that coin called Rage. Um, I'm kind of triggered by it. Let's go. Now we got Stylex here. Good morning, Stylex. How are you doing?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good
Yes, we're
Can you guys
doing
morning.
hear me all
great.
right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. How you doing? Doing all right?
Great. Finally got a good night's sleep last night. It was like the first night since launch that we actually got some sleep because I'm
Mm-hmm.
feeling comfortable with our floor. The car chart's looking so strong.
Yeah.
I'm out walking through LA right now, so sorry if it's a little loud.
Which part of LA?
Silver Lake.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right on. Cool. Yeah, I'm down in Orange County.
Oh, nice. I haven't made it out there yet,
You
but
never? You never been over to Orange County?
I've only been in LA for a year, so
Bro, yeah, dude, LA smells like piss so bad. There's so many homeless
I'm just
people.
used to it.
Oh man, it
Yeah,
smells like piss
yeah. I lived
so,
in Hollywood last, and that was bad. That was definitely a lot of
bro.
that.
Yeah.
But here's not too bad.
Yeah, dude, the homeless problem in LA is just getting so bad.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
like
I'm
try to,
honestly hoping the Olympics like cleared that up a little bit, but we'll
yeah.
see.
But dude, yeah. So the chart, dude, we've been. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. How much action we're seeing. This is like, yeah, it's really freaking
Yeah,
dope.
everybody's been rating so hard. It's all organic.
Yeah,
No paid raters, no paid anything. Like it's just an organic community. Half of it's just the gem community joining us was like so
yeah.
strong. It's insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, they've got a good nose for, like opportunity and potential, and that's why that was one of the reasons that I was like, I feel like once they see this technology that they're going to feel the same way about it that I do. And the way that you do too. Like it's like we're all bullish on this because um because we need something like this. Like you're addressing so many people that have used this application. It's like a godsend for them because they may not be like technically inclined with AI prompting or whatever, and this is like a little cheat code for them. So this kind of fills in a little gap for people that aren't too savvy with the AI stuff. Um, a number of
It's
reasons
people
why.
that aren't too savvy and people that are very savvy. I feel like are
Yeah,
the ones that like it the most.
yeah,
Because like you and I both know, like we've sat there on GPT for hours and hours, and if you're trying to hit a couple of people with pictures, it takes a lot of time and effort. Now you can just line them all up and let them fall. You know?
yeah, yeah. It's really crazy, and so to see that community response has been really fun, and then we're seeing that in the chart as well. Now that we're sitting at 48K, um, it's just wild to see because yeah, we had a couple bearish days when we were like unsure about like, okay, what's it going to take to get this thing off the ground? Like, how is this project going to get some wheels? And it looks like slowly it's been building momentum because it's like you see that response in people's comments and replies and everything where they're like, wow, like they're kind of like, wait till people find out about this one is kind of like the consensus. So, yeah, just I guess we gotta sit back and wait and keep doing what we're doing, keep staying focused on um, producing quality content. Really,
Yeah.
that's yeah, we're just getting started. So
I mean, we're still pre-bond, so anybody who's not in already, it's still early. If you want to grab a quick bag,
yeah, we're at what is it 94% right now? I think. Uh,
I think so. We were at like 44K when I left, so I think
hmm
that's like 94.
Very cool. And then let me see. I was gonna say who, and then what about what else is going on behind the scenes? Have I missed anything with? I know Chalana he had a question for me yesterday about something regarding. I think it was like I don't know. Is there any news behind the scenes that I'm missing? Chalana
We
was.
have some website updates coming out, but
Oh,
nothing that anybody else knows about yet.
okay.
So I don't know what Jelano was asking me.
It was something about dinero. The
Oh, he was the person who sold for Soul at
Okay, okay, okay,
not
okay.
not to out him like that publicly. He
Yeah,
is still
yeah,
my
yeah.
homie, but that was a
Okay,
little hit. We were at 99%. He dropped a 4 Soul clip.
okay. Cool, cool, cool.
But
So we were just trying to
yeah,
get to the
I
bottom
didn't
of
know
that
that
one.
till this morning either. Yeah.
That's funny. I do, and I'm just like putting him on blast. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
luckily
Yeah.
he's not listening right now. So, yeah. Well, cool. Cause yeah, Shalana was trying to figure that out with me. But yeah, those things are going to happen. But when you look at the chart, it's overall looking good. So very bullish on that one.
Yeah,
Exciting
all
stuff.
upward momentum building on top every day. When you got new people joining the rating team every day. So it's awesome.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. And then you've been kind of like making your way into other like community spaces and stuff like that. I see. Seems like you've been making more of like a presence on Twitter as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I've been trying to build up the presence, build to get some people from other communities. Trying to get on stage on some of the spaces and stuff sometimes, but we've gotten in probably 4 spaces to talk yesterday, so gonna try and hit a couple more today.
Mm, yeah, that's huge. I feel like going into the spaces and everything, it really it
Yeah,
helps people like put a voice to the project and everything. It does help a lot. I feel like.
yeah, no, it's so much easier to trust like that's a real person. I mean, these days you don't even know. I could still be an AI. You never know, but
Right?
I'm not. I swear.
Mm, that's funny. Right on. Um, cool. And then the website. Um, let me see. So yeah, for the main page, the only thing that I do recommend is maybe getting the contract address on there. Well, yeah, you have the buy style. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So that's yeah, but like if you aren't logged in, you don't see the buy button, so that's gonna go on the. I'm gonna
Okay.
add an initial landing page, but the thing that I'm working on right now is adding Twitter feeds with the hashtags for each of the prompts, so that you get the latest art for each prompt when you're scrolling through. Because right now you look at it and you're like, okay, like I mean I know what it all means, but if you're not familiar with the project, you aren't like, oh, this style's this style's this. And like
Yeah.
you can't really
Yeah.
correlate them at all without knowing more than you should need to know.
Right. Yeah, that's the only thing is putting like an example. That would be pretty
Yeah.
helpful.
For an art project, the website's not very artsy. To say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a forum, like a chat forum, like
Yeah,
Reddit.
I kept it super simple because like I spent like a week building a website for my last project and not a single person logged in. So I was worried that was gonna happen again. I was like, let's test the waters. And then we got, more support than expected. So now I feel behind, but we'll get caught up. We'll get everything looking good and feeling good for everybody.
Jeez. What about so how about the traffic on the website? Do you have like analytics on the website? Access to that as well?
I also I set up analytics still. I have like basic analytics on the server level,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna add Google Analytics and stuff like that too.
Yeah, that would be interesting to know um how many users are checking it out. What the
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see how many people have signed up. If I was at my computer, I would tell you right now. But
Mhm.
and like I have some information, but not as much as I'd like.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for coming and talking to us about that again. I'm not sure what happened to Wilder. You still here with me? Generate endless money. Um, let me see. I was gonna pull up the gem chart now to see how gem is doing. Um, cool. I
Thanks for
don't
having
know.
me up. I'm
Yes.
running into a coffee shop real quick. I just gotta go place my order, and
Yeah.
then I'll hop back on. So
No
I'll be
doubt.
muted for a minute. Thank you.
Cool. Cool. All right. And then let me see. So Wilder, do I still have you uh here with me? I'm gonna try to just keep things going for right now. Let's see. So I want to see how the gem chart is doing right now because I've been watching this one for the last few hours, and yeah, so we're sitting at 760K market cap, still showing strong support. Let me see. Oh, all right, cool. And yeah, so this is another one. We're up 8% on the 24-hour time frame. If you aren't familiar with GEM, Generate Endless Money is a token on Solana where holders can receive USDC rewards up to every 20 seconds just by holding. And you receive those rewards automatically airdropped to your wallet just by holding a bag of gems. So if you hold like 100,000 tokens with the gem every day, you can actually use a calculator and find out contingent on the level of volume how much in rewards you will be receiving each day. So you can go on to gemonsol.site is the webpage where the calculator is there, and you can see the 24-hour volume. If that's at let's say it's at 250,000 and you have 100,000 tokens, your daily rewards amount would be $1 USDC. If the volume goes up, let's say to 500,000, you could be getting up to close to $10 USDC per day, a daily earning rate of 12.49% per day, a yearly APY of 49. I'm sorry, 4,600%. So, yeah, the really really bullish project with a big community. You can see the let me see. I was gonna say, yeah, the project is over 3 months old, almost 4 months old, and if you are to go on to, for instance, onto the website on Twitter, the Gemstone Reward Twitter page, you can see over 2,700 followers. You can see like the latest post. You can see it's a very active project, a very active community. Lots of like, bullish promotional videos, screenshots. There's one that I took, but a lot of just activity in general. So just bullish indicators. When you see a lot of momentum like this around a project, it's something that you might want to keep on your watch list. It might be something worth looking at twice because like we've seen for the last couple months that we've been following this, there's many days where the chart is in the green, many days where the chart is pumping insane, where it's up 25, 30%, whatever. So just something to think about. I'm not big on many coins on Solana. However, Gem is for sure going to be one of them. And then StyleX is another one as well, even though it's a new project. Looking at the utility and everything about StyleX in terms of the people that are involved in it and the people that are supporting it. For me, it's like those are bullish indicators of things that I want to be a part of. StyleX, for instance, up 47% on the 24-hour time frame. So yeah, just definitely something to think about. And as far as the trenches go, what else is new in the trenches I'd like to see? So we go on to Moby Screener. We can see what's hopping today. And so the newest one that we have on here today, Affirm. I don't know what the hell this is. Is this a new launch? How old is this? Oh, Pair created a year ago. Okay, so this isn't a new one. But we can go on to the Moby Screener and see new coins. Here we go. And so I just kind of wanted to see what is this topless coin. Looks like it might be the new meta right here. 70. Yeah, what is this? So this looks like it's like the next like tit coin. Jeez. And this one is 620% on the daily. So this is like another like Cabal coin. It looks like, and this is the runner for today. Low cap with 100x upside. This is awesome. All right, so read more on X. All right, so let's check this out. I'm just seeing what's going on with the coins that are being pushed by the large wallets on Moby Screener today. So topless coin apparently is one of them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all these stuff, like I stay away from all of these types of coins, but I'm always kind of curious to see what projects are emerging. And so Moby Screener is one way to look, or you can go on Dex Screener and go to new pairs as well. And then it kind of gives you an idea of the chaos that's going on over on Solana. See if there's anything worth looking at. But yeah, it's just another day of a bunch of nonsense. It looks like so many coins that lack any purpose. So many pointless coins. But let me see. I wanted to look for the best performing one today and see why it is that one is trending 24 hours, 1 hour. Scam coin. What a name. Ooh, cycle. Whale trades. So Zard has 24 whale trades. This one, Mecha. I'm so confused. Oh, Mecha. So I'm confused about this. What the hell even is this? Grok. Oh, this is crazy. I want to find out why I can't see the information on this coin. So Mecha, I'm gonna copy this. Oh, that's crazy. Mecha Hitler. Oh man, dude, I hate to see the ones that have some like hateful thing associated with it doing well. Alrighty. And all right. Well, yes.
I'm still here, Tick, just for your information. Hold on.
Cool. Wild guitar solo. Yeah, I was just looking
No,
at.
I'm making that song Parabolic, right?
Oh, nice.
You guys want to hear it?
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Hold on, let me just quickly pull it up. I haven't listened to all of it, the last part of it, but hey, let's just go. Surprise me. Let's go ahead and have a listen. Yeah.
In the code where the future lies, crypto sparks light up the skies. Parabolic was set to climb. Web3 dreams no end of line. Nodes connect, the chains alive. Feel the hash where we survive. Parabolic, the signal's clear. Freedom's calling, the dawn is near. Ride the wave, the market's hot. Diamond hands, we never stop. Parabolic, we break the grid. Flipping tokens, we place the bid. From the wallet to the stars. Yield compounding, no more scars. Parabolic, we own the trade. In the blockchain, we got it made. Can you hear it? The mempo sings. DeFi's close, what tomorrow brings. Parabolic, we'll pass the dip. Rockets ready, let's take the grid. The traffic's flowing. We're in the cold. Parabolic, no ceilings here. Hold the gas, shift to high gear. Stake your claim, don't fear the fall. Parabolic will rise, will ball. Crypto kingdom, we hold the key. Stats to riches, eternity. Block, 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 we're breaking free. Sections live, no central decree. Parabolic, the sky's too low. Drop it hard, let the baseline grow.
All right, that was fun.
Yes,
That was
yes.
fun. I see Aubrey was like vibing out on the techno tracks, right? Yes, that's my type of music as well.
And that's
I
gotta,
love
yeah.
music.
Yeah, if you like that, you would love Mala Notorious. You gotta listen to that song when you have
Yeah, I
time.
already looked it up when you told me because I really like Wax as well, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. Actually, my all-time favorite is of course Oliver Heldens, right? He's
I
from
don't
the
know.
Netherlands.
I don't know
Oh
that
my
one.
God, Oliver
Great
Heldens. Okay.
ideas can come
I
from
love Oliver
anywhere.
Eldens. He's awesome.
With
Oh,
wit,
Oliver Heldens, the greatest.
and Shiba-san too. Do you know
Such a shame.
Shiba-san? Shiba-san is really dope too. He's got a song, "I Like Your Booty." So "I Like Your Booty" is really sick. He also has like Fire, I think it's called. And then he's got a few. So "I Like Your Booty" by Shiba-san is really good. Shiba-san has some freaking it's also house music as well.
Yeah.
He's really I think you would like him. He also does, what is it, on the, or is it, oh no, Like Fire, Burn Like Fire, another one by Shiba-san, really good. And then what's the other one that Shiba-san does is oh, Okay. Okay is another song by Shiba-san. So Okay, "I Like Your Booty," and Burn Like Fire,
Yeah.
bangers. They're all by Shiba-san. So
All
um,
right.
let me see.
Let's
So
have a look.
Shiba-san. Yeah, I think that you'd really, it's house music. So it's like when you listen to it, you got to keep in mind that it's got that repetitive type of beat. But like once you start vibing with it, I've seen Shiba-san and Mala live both, and awesome DJs to see live. Mala was incredible. He's got some really sick tracks. Notorious is a good one. And then he also what other? He's got some bangers. Mala is actually, his identity isn't really known. He wears a ski mask, and so it's theorized that it's three different DJs. It's Chami, DJ Snake, and one, oh, fuck, I can't remember the other one. One other DJ though, and it's all three of them. They interchangeably will DJ sets, and they wear the ski mask, so you don't know who it is. You don't know if it's DJ Snake. You don't know if it's Chami. You don't know if it's God. I can't remember the other guy that it could be, but yeah, it's theorized that it's three different people. You've heard of DJ Snake before, right?
Yeah.
DJ Snake is huge, yeah, and so it's theorized that DJ Snake is Mala. Let me see,
All right.
identity. So Mala's identity is unknown. It is strongly suggested that Mala consists of a duo of DJs, DJ Snake and Chami. They are credited often with each other's track productions and are connected to the project via mixes. It is also speculated that French DJ Mercer is involved in Mala. So it's supposed to be those three DJs: DJ Snake, Chami, and DJ Mercer. So that lore is kind of cool too, that you don't really know who he is because he's always wearing a ski mask. And when he
Yeah.
plays his show, it could be like 95 degrees in the venue, and he's wearing like a thick leather jacket, and he's chain smoking the whole time, smoking cigarettes the whole time. So it's also while he's wearing a ski mask. So it's like that alone is kind of impressive, and that's a feat in itself. But yeah, sorry to go off on a tangent, but if you like house music, check out Shiba-san
Do
and Mala. Dope.
Love
you
it.
like RL Grime?
I I don't know.
This is the music space now, right?
RL Grime. Yeah, he's cool. RL Grime's old
Yeah,
school. That's drum and bass from like 2010,
yeah, yeah,
pre
yeah.
2010.
That's
But
my
RL
shit.
Grime, he's OG. Yeah, for sure.
His Halloween mixes are like my favorite. I still listen to his 2016 Halloween mix like once a week.
What? Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to check
It's the RL
them.
Grime Halloween 4. It's like Roman numerals though, IV.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
so great.
RL
Yeah,
Grime
so shit.
definitely has some great just composure. Like his stuff is put together so with a lot of thought into it. You know what I mean? It makes you feel something. So
Yeah.
Halloween, is it Halloween 9 or you said Halloween 4? What
Halloween 4.
Okay.
Halloween
Yeah.
4. I'm
Okay.
looking it up too. Yeah, so I would like to play you a little bit from before we wrap this up. Oliver Heldens, right?
Yeah.
This was from the Docklands Festival. It was right here in my backyard, so I was just elated, and I'm secretly crushing very hard on Oliver. Doesn't. But okay, here we go.
That's awesome.
any flashbacks, and right now, let's stop this music because I'm ready to go out. And it's Wednesday. I mean, whenever I hear this, it's like, oh hell yeah, you
That's
know.
awesome.
Yeah, we always go to with friends to a party, but after 15 minutes, I am just out there on my own all the time. I keep walking around, dancing and stuff, and I always end up losing everybody around me. But yeah, I was looking something up here. But oh, never mind. I see Muchan is in the house. Muchan, konnichiwa. That's okay. Yeah, how you doing? Um, I definitely have like a really soft spot for Shibas. I don't know why, but I do. I was actually looking at a Name Shiba Inu. So Name is bean in I was going to say Chinese, in Japanese. And so that's like a mini Shiba Inu. Yes, Tick, a mini Shiba Inu. I mean, come on, right?
How cute.
Yes, how cute. And they're so perfect. Their character is so perfect for me. And for us here in the household, the only thing is that I like to move to a warmer climate, and they do have a double fur coat, right? So that's going to be hard on them. So I do not want to bring anything into my house that and make it suffer simply because I want it. Yeah, well, maybe not happening. But I looked at some puppies. Oh my God, you just want to take them home. But yes, like I said, I don't want to make anything suffer because I want to move to a warmer climate and where there's no snow, no winter, and these guys are kind
Yeah.
of made for seasonal weather, right? With
Yeah.
very distinct seasons, they have their shedding periods and stuff, and that needs to happen when they have a double coat like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, enough about Shiba Inu puppies,
Well,
but I love me some Shiba Inu.
that's
Yeah.
good though that you're considerate of that stuff though, because like some people will like adopt a dog or whatever, and they don't take into consideration those things. Like maybe they're not home enough to to take after the dog or like walk it enough or like whatever. And it's so selfish because it's like no, if you can't take care of the dog and give it the attention and the love that it needs, then that's a selfish thing to do by imprisoning that dog in a situation where they're miserable. So
Yeah, making
it's
it suffer,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
that's not what you want.
that you're aware of that.
Well,
Chihuahua.
it needs to fit in everything. It needs to fit in everything. But I can tell you guys this: if you're looking for a dog that has the personality of a cat, you need a Shiba Inu. If you want a dog that could be, that wants your love, but also wants to go to a different room and does its own thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I am. It's so my personality. If you're looking for something to cuddle all the time, do not take a Shiba Inu.
Mm.
And they have that Shiba Inu scream because I have some people around me that have Shiba Inus,
Yeah.
and as soon as they will start to do that the weird Shiba Inu scream. It's
Whoa.
it's distinct to them, yes, and they will put on some drama, right?
Wow.
Yeah, they don't want to be touched, right? Or they're like cats, right? They
Mm-hmm.
on their terms. They love you.
When
Cats
they
love
want
you
to.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But it's very, very much like, hey, I gotta have some me time as well. No hard feelings, right?
Yeah, that's what I love
Yeah.
about them is that they're so
Yes.
independent. Yeah.
Well, the Shiba Inus are very independent, and some people can't deal. They want something to. And of course, you need to socialize them, or else they can get aggressive too. I
Mm.
see you do need to socialize them even more so, but they are very much in DNA, very much to closer to wild dogs.
Mm.
So they that independence that they have, that streak comes from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you do need to socialize. It's not for a first time pet owner
Yeah.
if you're looking at something like that, right?
Mm.
But yeah, Shiba Inu coins, yes, Shiba Inu coins as well. I see Moo right here is in there. So I just want to give a shout out to Moo-chan. Of course, this is a part of the Shiba Inu lore, right? Or the Shiba Inus from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And so look into that because it's a big lore and I really love it, right?
Yeah. That's it's the mom dog from the original Doge Shiba, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 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 And there's more, right? There's more pups. in that family, and
Mm.
I guess they all have a token already on Ethereum. But it's like a whole dog family, and I'm still trying to raise everybody up, but nobody has time, the right place to do a space just for all the Shiba Inus, no matter where they are,
Uh,
on Base, on Sui, on Solana, on ETH, wherever I can find them, right? So, but that is going to take some work to have that lined up because I want at least 20 Shiba Inu projects in there, right?
that'd be sick. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
So yeah. Um,
I'm on Atlantis right now trying to
yes, that was actually I was going back to my notes just now. It's like, well, I still had something that I wanted to say. But the song inspiration kind of got, well, we need to tweak that. This wasn't good enough,
mm,
obviously, but
it was a
something
nice
with a build.
start. It was a good
It
start.
has a nice build up, yeah, yeah. So let's keep that and dunk the rest. But let me just now that you were talking about Atlantis, and I made a
Yeah.
note, and Keone Han just posted, putting electricity in every house brought society into the modern era. Putting stable coins in every company will have a similar massive impact.
Mm.
Today, I'm excited to announce that the Monad Foundation has acquired Portal HQ as a leading stablecoin infrastructure provider. Portal powers millions of dollars of daily stablecoin settlement through its powerful SDKs that make it super easy for Web2 companies to add stablecoin to any app. Portal's tools are incredible accelerant for crypto adoption. We're excited that they will be doubling down on their mission to put stable coins capabilities in every company, and in every app. I'm also very pleased to welcome, and he welcomed somebody, a co-founder of Portal, CEO of Portal, to the foundation as head of payments and stablecoins. Prior to founding Portal, Rai, and that's his name, was a founding member of Visa's global crypto product. He has been working to grow the adoption of crypto for payments since 2017 and brings exceptional expertise and pragmatism to our team. The combination of Monad and Portal will have a huge impact on accelerating stablecoin adoption, just as the electric dynamo, put electricity in every house. We look to put stable coins in every business. Here is why Monad and Portal are an awesome match. Stable coins are poised to transform the global economy. They make money borderless, breaking down barriers and creating opportunities for workers in developing economies. They allow businesses to tap into global lending markets and talent pools. In developing nations, they give the underbanked access to better tools and more stable currencies. And even for big companies, they offer an array of benefits, including rapid settlement and powerful treasury management tools. So, the combination of Monad and Portal offers a solution to this exact set of needs. Portal represents the missing piece for Monad: technology, decentralization, community, killer builders, now low payments and stable coins all in one. So that is Monad's new partnering up with Portal. So
Mm.
very bullish news there for Monad, right?
Yeah.
We kind of want to test that net a little bit more. Every time you read something bullish, you just get a little bit of incentive to do your test netting and to get known on Monad, right? Find your way around on Monad. Distinguish the coins on Monad that are going to be bullish for you to maybe add to your portfolio or at least trade, because they're going to go main when Monad goes main. And so, it's just, for me, this is very clear that you should be out there on the borders, right, with these new things and in testnet and seek out what's bullish there. And I think it's already very clear that Monad is one of the more bullish ones. And now, they're coming out slowly with these. They're working behind the scenes. This is a good indication. It's a solid team from Quant, and now they are partnering up with Portal. So, yes, right.
Mm.
We are in the right thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the right thing. That's what you can say then about it. Let's have one more look at Bitcoin before you wrap up the space, because mommy's got to go. I got to still take a shower, and then I'm going to rug myself off the screens because my throat is okay, but it's not. It's I'm barely there. I can lose my
Mm.
voice at any moment in time. It feels like.
Mm.
So let's have a look at the bitty chart and see where we're at. Let's go on the big screen. No, I do not want this. I do want this. And suddenly it shifts me to the dominance, which I don't. Not interested in the moment. I don't know what you're doing, computer. Here we go again. Well, look, we're gonna pump a little bit more, right? On the short term, I'm thinking this evening or you guys throughout the day is gonna be do a little bit more of a pump. Will we get back to that almost 10K? Well, there is like a huge selling block hanging around on that 110, right? So that's why I said this morning already that we need a wick in there. That would be fantastic if we get a wick in there. We'd be so bullish for pumps Thursday and Friday. Um, but it's looking good. We should not be greedy, right? It's doing the doings, and but definitely watch out. As soon as something comes in at 110, we are going to be very very bullish. Now, will we go parabolic straight from here? No, there's going to be some retouching of that 108. I can see that happening, just to cool the RSIs down again too for another move. And then we're looking, we're very close, making market structure right underneath that all-time high, and that is a very dangerous place to be if you're a freaking bear, right?
Mm.
For us bulls, we that's exactly what we want to do. This is how you take out bears in a market, right? When they have a block like that, you absorb the volume. At one point, they cannot sell anymore, and they're gonna get caught with their pants down. Now, if that hits 111, right? If we're gonna get there, there is gonna be 1.7 billion shorts. There's wrecked, right? And so that looks like the market wants to do it. Wants to maybe take out these bears. Well, not maybe. Ethereum is a firm believer that Bitcoin is going to do that. 3.8% for Ethereum. That's a lot for Ethereum. We can safely say that, right? However, I see that outflow from Ethereum is not really entering the market again, you guys. You see that happening again? Jesus Christ. So the dominance just released 1%. And of course, it's going to pump Ethereum because that's the number two. Anytime you see a post about Ethereum being bearish, maybe for your upside potential is not the coin to hold, right? You don't want to hold Ethereum because of the upside potential is a little less than maybe somewhere else. So I get that, but understand that 90% of everything that's built in crypto is built on Ethereum and works somehow with Ethereum. So um, that's just where we're at. Even the EVM compatible, right, are brushing up with Ethereum. They're all rebuilds of Ethereum, anyways. So Ethereum is pumping, yeah, 3.9% right now. So that is that release of that dominance, that money, and it's flowing in Ethereum. Is it going to enter the rest of the alts? I don't think so. I think this is going straight back into Bitcoin and to make Bitcoin pump a little harder too, right? I think that is exactly what's going to happen here. But that's just me. Of course, we're looking at the Jupiter is taking a nice flow because Solana's taking a nice flow. CE is a little left behind. Well, you can kind of see XRP is freaking believing it. See XRP going? Yes, pump my
Mm.
bag, pump my bag. 3.2% for XRP is significant, and also I can see these coins are believing what Bitcoin is doing. They believe Bitcoin another all time high, or else they would not be pumping like this. None, right? So they believe Big Daddy Pump, Big
Mm-hmm.
Daddy Bitcoin, and so yes, I have to agree with that. I'm a believer in that too, right? It starts to look more and more bullish here. Um, that's not to say that we cannot come down. Maybe tomorrow you want to retest at 108. There'll be some red in the market. And you'll also be pooping again, right? Being scared. But that's just where we are in the market. Time in the market versus timing the market, right? I am, of course, looking for my trades. I opened a few and closed a few just recently because of these pumps. Um, and then looking to maybe put out some more longs on Thursday and Friday, and wait for these are going to be longer longs depending on what Bitcoin is going to do. So, but if you're not trading, DCA is your way, you guys. DCA is the way to financial freedom. So get ready, right? If you're bored right now with crypto and you want to decent around, stop. If you haven't taken care of your portfolio,
Mm-hmm.
stop looking at other stuff. Fix that first. That is going to save your eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fix that first. Anything related to your portfolio that can be optimized a little bit better, start with that first before you start shitcoining around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Running behind the money. Just fix that one first. All right. Yeah, that was it for me. I take you want me to play the play the ticker?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah. What's the ticker?
What's the ticker?
What's
What's
the
the
ticker?
ticker?
Where's
Where's
it
it
at?
at?
What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got
Bitcoin.
crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got a runner on the map, so line of sniping like a gat. And the Sowie is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the Mimquins back. 1,000X is gonna land. I got it chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Yes, thank you everybody for coming again and showing up, showing out. Be sure to be here again tomorrow because we're gonna have a Sui space just for Sui tokens alone, and we're gonna give away some Sui while we're doing that. This time we're gonna have it in the title as well, Tick. Let's not forget. Yeah,
Yes.
you guys follow each other, make friends, right? Network. Even though never say cold hard no to that thing, right? Could be leave the door open. Tick.
Yes. Thank you again, you guys. You have a great rest of your day. Stay bullish. We'll see you tomorrow.